In this video, I'm going to give you a step-by-step progression on how to do a pistol squat. Now, there are 3 big steps here, and I think they address the 3 big problems when trying to do a pistol squat. So, if you cannot balance at the bottom, shift your weight to the back, shift your weight laterally, then you probably have a problem pistol squatting, and I'm going to show you a solution. We'll start with the easiest, we'll work our way to the hardest, but as we work through these, don't be surprised if you only need one of these. So if you're really good at one of these, great, go to the next one. If you're really good at that one, great, go to the next one. If you find one that you're not good at, just work on all of those. I'll go from the easiest to the hardest, but again, you may only need one of these to fix your pistol squat. So as we do these, kind of break things down, which is what we do here on the Anatomy of Therapy. Welcome, I'm Dr. John Cybulski, practicing chiropractor now for 10 years. Before we get started, hit the like button, help people find the video. There's a subscribe button down there if you like what you see, and there's comments below. I try to get to all the comments. If you guys have questions about your specific pistol squat, there's something weird going on. A lot of these videos I make because you guys have questions, and hopefully we got some answers. The problem today, though, is, in fact, pistol squatting, and how do we do that? Let's go through the first one. I think one of the first problems is balancing backwards and forwards, okay? In this one, what we're going to do is we're going to find a box, and you probably all have this kind of box in your gym, and you're going to put your leg behind you, and you're going to slowly parachute that leg down while you maintain a flat foot here on the front, okay? The big deal here is I also want you to try to keep your chest up. Keeping your arms out kind of allows you to see what the heck is going on. So if your hands are parallel with the ground or with the box, this is pretty close. It's fine if they're not parallel. That's an indication of your torso being upright. So typically when people do the pistol squat in the beginning, their torso bends too far forward or too far back. They lose their balance anterior and posterior. So this is an anterior and posterior fix. So we always want to keep a flat foot most of the way through the back of the heel, but definitely some on the forefoot. And then again, this leg is just going to go back and parachute down. So we're going to control our descent. The descent is by far the hardest, almost the only spot. If you can get down into the pistol squat, most likely you'll be able to get back up from the pistol squat. Okay, so with this video, let's go over it one more time. You're going to get a firm stance here on this foot. That is step number 1. Step number 2, we put our arms out in front of us. We're going to try to keep our eyes out and our chest up, right? We're going to get a balance with this back leg, allowing us to go down. So we're going to get a little counterbalance backwards and forwards here. That is the key with this one. And then we just drag our foot. People kind of say to tickle the box here as it goes down, the parachute. So you want to go super slow. It's also exposing this leg, really a lot of these hamstrings, a lot of the calf, certainly the glutes in the back, to being exposed to getting down into that pistol squat on one leg. So you're going to develop some balance, you're going to develop some strength and some control when you go slow. When you get to the bottom, and then just go ahead and push all the way back up. These are awesome by themselves, parachute squats if you want to call them that, the descending or eccentric part, the squat, the pulling down on the squat. And this is what competitive CrossFitters get into as well. You can get a lot faster by pulling yourself down to the squat. This is one exercise that teaches you just that. Okay, number 2 is not that one. That's going to be our last one. Where are we? Here we go. Let's go to it. This guy, I believe. The next problem that people often have when they do a pistol squat is, in fact, balancing left to right. So in the first one, we're balancing backwards and forwards. Let's get that red, so you can see. Red going forwards and backwards, but then balance. The next one is balance left to right, right? And that's not this one. This is that one. I am so lost here today. Okay, so balancing left to right, we've already figured out how to balance forward and backwards. Hopefully you've got enough of those or you found that easy. The next one is falling left to right. And this specifically works if you have a dominant knee. I get this question a lot on this page. Hey, when I squat, I have pain in one knee. What should I do? These first 2 exercises are crucial for if you have just kind of a chronic little bit of knee pain, but need to work on it in relation to your squat. They'll help you with the pistol squat and they'll help you out of the knee. So again, this is balancing left to right. You can see how this hand's coming down, this hand's up. So he's got a little bit of a balance issue going there. That's fine. That's what we're going to try to work out with these, right? So same thing, we're parachuting down, but keeping our leg laterally. And then again, same thing with the torso up, eyes forward, hands up. Why is he making a fist? Great question, person out there. He is making a fist, and he's not really squeezing too hard. But if you do squeeze your hands really hard, you will find that you will feel your abs engage. You'll feel your core locked down. So if you're doing a big squat, you're grabbing the bar, you're squeezing, bearing down. He's trying to kind of mimic that with the hands so that I can basically lock in the position of the torso as he learns to balance left to right as he goes down into the squat. Now, the same thing starts to apply here. Let's look at this really quick. At the bottom of the squat, you'll see his knee is well over the toe. The knee is well over the toes, and that basically starts almost immediately all the way up. Yeah, he's going to have that toe immediately over. And this is fine. This is totally okay. Let the knee go over the toe. We've got plenty of exercise videos, video breakdowns of knee exercises for knee pain. But you can see the big thing again. The foot is flat. Need a drink of water. This leg is going down. We are remaining upright as possible. And he is learning. We are exposing this leg now to some left, right action. You're still going to get a bunch of hamstrings, a bunch of glutes, but in this section, you may get a little bit more groin or glute med, which is kind of the outside of the hip, but he'll get that on the other side, of course. Okay, so balancing left to right, letting the knee go forward. So you can see he's doing well. These hands don't need to stay perfectly parallel if they go down a bit, but they are just a good indicator of the position of his torso. And this torso very commonly goes forward. Hold on, let's see. It's not bad in this position to allow your torso to go forward, 45 degrees or more in relation to that. So, I mean, that's not 45 degrees perhaps, but if you feel your torso going forward through the pistol squat or through this training, totally fine. If you can keep these arms upright, generally in line with parallel, like a front squat, you need to be able to do that in front squat, then your torso is in a safe position. That's totally fine. So head up, chin up is another good one. As you come up, we drive the elbows up on a front squat. This is basically, though, we're talking about an anterior and posterior shift, and this one is protecting a left and right shift for your balance so that you get comfortable dropping down into the pistol squat. Speaking of dropping down into the pistol squat, the very last one here is this. So what a lot of people have is a problem at the very bottom, controlling that last little bit before they come up out of the hole, as we say, right? But in this exercise, what we're going to do is we're going to get a box and basically just try to spend a little bit of time down here in the bottom and hold that position. Now, you probably want you to hold it for a little bit longer, so he's going to hold it 3, 2, 1, and then go back. You're going to build it up from 3 seconds to 5 seconds to 10 seconds to just trying to hold that position. Now, obviously the ground would be in the way. If the box was here, obviously everything below that, if you're doing a real pistol squat on the ground, is going to be below. So you're getting a little bit of cheat. You won't need as much hip flexion with this one, but we're still just getting a lot of, we're losing it. We're still getting a lot of time with this knee bent below that 90-degree line, right? This is exactly what we want. We want your hip, your knee, your ankle, your foot, your torso in this position to get comfortable with this bottom position. You just need to get familiar with it, and the box is a great way to build some familiarity. I actually like doing these as an exercise all by themselves, keeping my hips below 90. I did a whole series on it with our Instagram. Go follow us at the Anatomy of Therapy on Instagram. We post cool videos like this all the time. A lot of it is me trying to do this stuff so that I can make these videos for you and figure out exactly what these guys are doing. This is Simon Nielsen. This guy's awesome. I literally just had him up on Instagram. You gotta find him. What is his name? I'm gonna look it up right now. Hold on. Get out of that. Nope, not what we want. Simon Nieland, SIMONNIELAND. Simon Nieland, he is awesome. Love his programming. I think he coaches online. If you need a great online coach, I would totally recommend him. But the three big problems when you are learning to pistol squat is A, your shift anteriorly and posteriorly. This is probably the smallest group. It's also a great workout. It's just a parachute squat. Love these. These are great for the eccentric and posterior hip control on the down leg. Just a great exercise by themselves. The second one is the lateral control, letting your leg go off laterally as you learn to balance. And Simon is learning how to balance here wonderfully. I know he can pistol squat. He's doing a great demo. And then lastly, working on maintaining some time in the bottom of the squat. I can't recommend this last one enough. By itself, you are going to develop a strong hip. If you have a problem in your squat pulling up out of the hole, as they say, this is a great one to work on. Start from the bottom and then come up. So you get a little bit lower box and just spend a little time down here. Get here and just hold it there. Just hang out in this position. It's an awesome space to teach your body how to be in a pistol squat. Thank you so much for watching today. I'm going to stop. Hit the like button. Please subscribe. Leave a comment. Say nice things or nasty things. It doesn't matter. I hope you guys enjoy this. Peace.